Alright, this is Dane from Garage Strength. I'm here with Mark Lopez from Wholesome Dairy Farms, and we're going to talk about raw milk today. How's it going, Mark?
It's going alright.
Alright, Mark, I got some questions for you. Why should people drink raw milk in comparison to pasteurized milk?
Well, raw milk, not being pasteurized, there's a lot of reasons. I guess I get people, what people tell me is they don't have the problems with lactose intolerance. That's one of the things that I hear most frequently. They say, I can drink your milk, but I can't drink the pasteurized milk. And although my milk has lactose in it, some people claim that it's the beneficial bacteria in there that help us to process that lactose.
So you believe there are significant nutritional values to drinking raw milk?
I think so. I was raised on it and I never get sick.
Okay. Why should people not be afraid of raw milk, raw butter, or yogurt?
Well, raw food is just like any other, raw milk is just like any other raw food. Lettuce, alright, if it gets contaminated, it's not clean anymore. We strive to keep our cows clean, keep our cows healthy, and we milk our cows in a clean way, and we bottle it in a clean way, and our bacteria counts are really low. So we believe in the safety and the quality of our milk, and the shelf life too.
So the odds of people getting sick from your raw milk are fairly low?
I'd say that's pretty low.
Okay.
It's more dangerous to drive here to get it.
Do your cows eat just grass, or do you feed them grain and corn?
Well, we have to save our feeds over the winter. We give them baleage and dried hay. But over the spring and the summer and then the fall, you're looking at their diet right now.
Alright.
Good stuff.
Why did you choose the Ayrshire breed as opposed to the Jersey, which is preferred by more small farmers?
Yeah, well, the Ayrshires have a pretty good cheese yield. They're a hardy cow. I like their personalities and how pretty they are. The casein content lends itself to better cheese production, and they pasture just excellently. When the weather gets a little bit hotter in the summer, a lot of other cows, especially the Holsteins, I know they're not Jerseys, but they don't graze so well, but the Ayrshires just keep on eating.
Okay. What type of effect does humane treatment of the animals, grass, and sunlight have on the quality of your product?
Everything. A comfortable, well-treated cow that doesn't feel threatened or stressed out about her environment is going to have a healthier immune system, and she's going to last longer in the herd. Her milk is going to be of higher quality. She's going to have higher intakes, and so everything about the system works better when the cows are better treated.
Okay, how often do you run into mastitis issues with your cows?
I think I had a cow with mastitis that I had to treat in October. What is it? April 27th?
It's April 28th, so about 6 months ago?
Yeah, that was the last one that I had to treat. Occasionally I'll get a slight flare-up, but our somatic cell count on my last test was 100,000, and the threshold for the quality threshold is like at 250,000. The national, what's acceptable nationally is 750,000. So at 100,000, I think we're doing all right.
Okay. I have a good friend whose uncle is Rick Llewellyn, who's an organic dairy farmer in Western Canada. And I've heard him speak, and he mentioned how he rarely has a sick cow or a cow with infected hooves because they're out on pasture and they're eating well. Does this hold true for your herd?
Oh yeah. Being out on pasture, you see a hoof has an anatomical structure. It's living tissue, but you can also think of it like a callus. It protects the feet, and so you want your wear rate to more or less match your growth rate. And so parts of it stimulates, and parts of it wears down hoof growth, and you want it more or less to be equaled out. When they're not walking around on pasture, the hooves grow, and you need to get the hooves trimmed, and pretty regularly. I don't need to do that quite as regularly because they're out there growing. Yeah, I don't suffer from foot rot because it's nice and dry. I don't get strawberries. That's potodigital dermatitis. I don't get a lot of things, ulcers, that sort of thing. They're not standing any longer than they want to. Yogi right there, she's demonstrating her freedom to lie in a clean, dry place and rest her feet.
All right, how old are your cows compared to the factory farm cows that you'll see in the big herds?
Well, My herd's actually a fairly young herd. I never really sat down and figured out what my average herd age is, but these, I would say that managing the cows like this, I should be able to get, I think 6, 8, or even quite a bit more lactations out of the cows. Should be, I think that's a reasonable expectation.
Okay, today it's the springtime, and now your cows are out on the vibrant spring grasses. How does this change the quality of your milk?
It adds more beta-carotens and to the milk, and so it gives a slightly orangish yellow color to it. The fat profile changes, and certainly being on pasture at all, the conjugated linoleic acid content is going to be as high as ever. And I don't know if we talked at all about conjugated linoleic acids, but that's the wonder fat that reduces cancer, atherosclerosis, and onset of diabetes, and it also increases the fat to lean tissue conversion in controlled and refereed journals, scientific journals. So that's some pretty good science about the conjugated linoleic acids and also association with pasture fed.
Do you see any difference between your winter feeds and your summer feeds?
The winter feeds and summer feeds? Well, in the winter, yeah, you know, I certainly would rather feed them the fresh grass in the summer than feeding them dried hay or baled alfalfa, baleage alfalfa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like better.
Yeah. If someone wants to buy raw milk but they don't live close enough to a farm, what do you suggest they do?
Buying groups, team together and have one person come and buy milk for all of you, or cheese, or grass-fed beef, or some of our veal, or another place like this, same thing, and have come out and get all your milk for 1 week and have one person bring it to you. It's a pretty common practice.
Okay, do you have anything else you want to add?
Drink my milk.
All right,
Thanks
a lot, Mark.
Thank you.